Well, read 'em and weep if you're Virtue and Moyer. We see Davis and White 76 points, the Canadians 71, and then the rest of the field, Pechelet and Borzan in that third spot, but not far behind Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Pogier. Now let's head backstage to Scott Russell. Scott?
Thanks, Brenda. Here are Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer. Unfamiliar, kind of weird to see that. Let's go with you first, Scott. What happened there?
Well, it's pretty intricate steps, so I caught up. I was a little bit early, I think, when I just reevaluated. I haven't watched a lot other than the 3 times that they showed it right while I was in the kiss and cry. But yeah, it was just a quick little click of the blades, and you know that happens. That's why you gotta be really careful. And before you knew it, I was looking at the lights, which wasn't where I wanted to be looking.
Kind of puts you in a hole deep to start this whole competition with Merrill Davis and Charlie White. But other than that, artistically, were you happy with what happened, Tessa?
I think absolutely. I mean, performance-wise and even technically, it was a step up from our previous performances this year. Scott kind of looked at me after we finally got back together and said, "What can you do?" And, you know, those things happen. So I'm really happy with how we recovered and maintained our composure.
Still going at it tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we practice day tomorrow. We're really looking forward to Sunday now. It's our favorite program, and we're really going to bring it.
Good luck to you both, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer of Canada. Now back up to the booth, and Brenda, Tracy, and Kurt.
There's a look at Merrill Davis and Charlie White in the mix zone, talking to reporters after that brilliant short dance. And I guess the question that I have to ask you, Kurt and Tracy, is 5 points difference. How did that happen?
Well, first of all, the fall. And, you know, your mandatory 1-point deduction, it interrupts the flow of the program. Like it or not, it just can't be perfect after that. Also, technically, Davis and White outscored Tessa and Scott in some of the elements. And so that's at least a 3-point difference there.
I think it's amazing if you want to take the fall and consider that the next element was like the triple axel in their short program with the difficult entrance into the twizzles. Amazing recovery, but what these guys, Merrill and Charlie, had today was the full package, full deal without the glitch, and tough to compete.
And, you know, and I think you have to look at this, you know, for Tessa and Scott in terms of pull back and look at the perspective. And I just love their flair, the sense of drama, the character in their dancing. And, you know, with, okay, so 5 points, they lost it here. They still delivered a terrific performance, and to have 2 teams of this quality duking it out, and sometimes that's what happens. You take risks and you go down because of it.
Let's look ahead to the free dance. Is it possible for Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer to make up that much ground, or no? Yeah.
Well, you know what? Anything's possible. Is it possible for Virtue and Moyer to fall in the short dance? So we just saw that happen. And so it's a sport, tremendous difficulty what they're doing. But Davis and White know they have a nice, comfy cushion because it is very difficult to make up 5 points in ice dance.
But in dance, it is difficult to go for it when you know you have that cushion. In single skating, you still have to throw the jump. In dance, you can look settled, look retrieved, and maybe that will be their downfall. So it's how they play it in their heads.
And nonetheless, you're going to see a terrific variety in the free dances, totally different styles of programs, not just with the top 2, but all 6 teams.
Now let's hear from the Americans. They're with Scott Russell. Scott.
Thanks very much, Brenda. Yep, Merrill Davis and Charlie White, the world champions. You guys were great. Let's talk about you first and how well that went.
Thank you. We were very pleased with how it went. I think since Skate America and Cup of Russia, we've really gotten our feet under us with this program, and we're really happy with the way the energy has kind of progressed.
A lot of hype about the rematch between you, Tessa Virtue, Scott Moyer. That always happens, Charlie. We know that. Yeah. Do you welcome that kind of an atmosphere, even in light of what happened to Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's such a friendly rivalry, and we really feed off of each other, and it always makes for great skating. And, you know, everybody makes mistakes, but, you know, they're going to come back strong, and we're going to compete against them a bunch more times, and each time it's more and more fun.
What are we looking for in that free dance?
We're looking for another season's best, I think, both in the points and just kind of our own feeling as we're finishing the program. So we're excited to kind of keep evolving as the season goes on.
Congratulations. All the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you
very much. Merrill Davis and Charlie White. Now back to Brenda.
Well, we can't forget about the other Canadian team, a great Canadian team here, Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Pogier. They look fantastic, and they are within striking distance of that bronze medal position.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Caitlin and Andrew, about their work ethic, about how far this team has come, and it's not easy to redefine yourself technically and also to gain the competitive edge that this team has gained.
Yeah, and like I mentioned when they were skating, I just love the way that Caitlin has improved her own skating skills, and I think that their acting skills individually between the two of them, all three, it's just they come together, and really very proud of them.
And Kurt, you were saying earlier that they had worked with one of your friends, an actor, to bring out especially Andrew's animated side.
Yeah, Andrew can be too nice sometimes. You got to get some fire in him. He's very Canadian that way.
Scott.
Thank you, Brenda. Tonight from Pavillon de la Jeunesse, Patrick Chan stirs it up. The world champion goes in the short program, Vision TV, 7:30 Eastern. Tomorrow on Sports Weekend, noon ET, the men's GS from Beaver Creek. Then Hockey Night in Canada, Montreal and New Jersey. Then figure skating, the ladies and men's free skates beginning at 3:30 Eastern. Well, you decide. Our question at cbcsports.ca. Who staged the biggest Grand Prix final upset of all time? Was it Emmanuel Sandou? Was it Alyssa Cisney just last year in Beijing? Or was it Mao Asada of Japan? You decide at cbcsports.ca, and don't forget that the queen of online at Skating PJ will be watching. Aliona Leonova. Akiko Suzuki is in the hunt here in Quebec City. Carolina Kostner has the lead after the short program at the ISU Grand Prix final. On the dance side, well, there are the French, Péchala and Bourza. VirMoi, a bit of a miscue today in Quebec City. And that means that it's the Americans, Merrill Davis and Charlie White, the world champions, who have the lead after the short dance. We're back tonight. We'll see you then. So long for now from Quebec City.